Just look at this. Snow coming down. Look at it. Windshield getting iced over. I gotta keep the radio down or Facebook will mute this for copyright reasons. But this is wonderful. Go home slow. Kids excited, as I listened to the radio at work all day. Kids excited because I kept hearing about school letting out, snow schedule. Then I heard my old county when I was in school, Washington County, Tennessee. Hearing that still gets exciting. Washington County, Tennessee, snow schedule. Just leaving work. And I want to talk about it. It's a happy, positive thing. We don't get much of a snowfall around here. Usually it's just a mess. Either it's just warm enough where it's rainy and messy, or this is beyond exciting. Take it in. I'm gonna get home, get a extra large mug for hot chocolate, and I'm just going to stand there at my storm door, look outside, and we don't see this very often. Right now, you can see what's in the works. It's just warm. Let's see, temperature. Mine says 34, so it's just borderline where it's in the works. It's brewing. Obviously, we have the moisture. I've been so excited all day as I listened to the radio, and we're allowed one earbud while we're working. To hear all the excitement, you can just tell kids are excited at school. You'd hear this county is letting out or this county is letting. So look at this. And we don't get much of a snowfall around here. So I'm going to enjoy driving home live. It's not going to be interesting to anybody else. I just want to record it for my darn self. There out the back, look, it's getting snow. So it's 34 degrees according to my little vehicle. But look at this. It's just a snowfall. It's not a storm. It's just shutting everything down. It's just a great snowfall. Around here, we don't get that a lot. I'm in no hurry to get home. I just want to enjoy it. There's so much negative and so much bad stuff to worry about. I'm going to look every way I can, every inch I can of this snowfall, this snowy drive home. How many times a year do you say you're enjoying a snowy drive home? Around here, not much. So notice how it's laying, obviously, where it's grass, everything tree, everything where it's a little bit colder because of the wind. I just need a hush. I wish I could have music on right now, but I wouldn't be able to hear it. And Facebook would mute the audio for copyright reasons, so. It's just, think of the memory of riding with Dad and Mom when it would be snowy. Mom was a little bit more nervous, which I guess is natural. Dad had a Suburban that went a lot better in the snow. Can you remember the last time you were in school and we got, I don't even know if we got a snow day my senior year, high school. You remember the excitement when you're younger and the teacher would come in, school's letting out 2 hours early or an hour early, anything. It could be 10 minutes early, you're excited. You're not going to do anything, you just to leave early because of the sun. And you're looking outside, at least at my school, Boones Creek Middle, then Daniel Boone, I mean, you could see outside, every room had windows. And you'd see it about like this, it's just laying just enough. at Daniel Boone. Just the memories of us kind of all gathered. No matter how old we were, you still turn to a little kid. You want to look outside and see it. So I'm the old guy now, and I should be looking at it as a mess. Nope, it's the snow. We don't get much of it. Look at this out there. It's that big field here in Piney Flats. Normally they'd have a lot of corn. The snow's just starting. Look at that out there. It's just wonderful. And the drive home, no hurry. Get the heat on, plenty of heat. I have just left HSN. I will have been there 2 years, July 23rd. I missed the Eastman days when it would snow. I remember we would they would find someone if you needed to get home. They'd pay. They had people to already on hand. I guess 4-wheel drives and even side by sides, 4x4s. Shoot, 4-wheelers and stuff. They would get you home or to work if you needed. But okay, Piney Flats. Here we are. Crossing over. Could go to the right. Go to Bluff City. Yeah, you've got a red light, because I'm not in a hurry. So over there's the Food City. I bet I'm talking loud because I can't hear me. Look at this. All year it's been hot or just kind of gloomy or whatever. But now we got a snow. This is wonderful. Think of memories. I can remember Mom. I guess I was in middle school years, 5th grade, somewhere there. Got a cup of water and I set it outside on the front porch at our house in Boones Creek. I want to see how fast I was being overly dramatic. I just want to see how fast it was. I mean, it was just snowy, but I wanted to see how fast it would freeze. And no matter what, talk about if the word gorgeous is the right way, a gorgeous memory. We're playing the Atari. Mom and I are playing the Atari. 1979, 80, somewhere in there. But while doing that, we've got the radio on because I'm wanting to hear Washington County schools are out. And that was part of who else. I just wonder if any of you all, nights like or evenings like this where you can tell the snowstorm's on the way. Can you remember like keeping a radio on? Because obviously it's before internet and smartphones and everything. Whether you're cleaning a house or just laying around, but you've always got the radio on because you're waiting to hear school schedule closings and delays. That's about the best memories I have is Mom and I playing Atari. Got the drapes open wide, taking it all in. And, I'm going to make a U-turn. I want to take a different route. But, let's go this way up around Food City. I'm on Pickens Bridge Road. Normally I take this way, but I know the signal gets pretty bad right at Pickens Bridge. It's like the no man's land for some reason, so I don't want to lose signal. I want to record this, or if I crack my head open or some other reason, whatever's wrong in my head with my hearing and I just die tonight, I want to have recorded a happy day. And right now I'm happy. A little bit of snowfall. I'm going to get on Bristol Highway and drive home. There's Food City, Piney Flats. This is not scenic, I know. Hang on. I just want to record the moment. It don't have to be what I'm filming. It's the childish excitement. It's snowy. But anyway, think about that when you were little and you've already watched the news, you know the storm's coming, you can look out the window and you see snow. And boy, Food City's packed. I bet people's buying groceries like it's going to last weeks. But yeah, the memories of when I was little, before we had internet and everything else, whatever we was doing in the house, you had a radio on somewhere, so you could always, as soon as you would hear, typically we had on WQUT. Mom liked country, 96.9, but anyway, as soon as you would hear the school closings and work cancellations or whatever, oh, you froze. It's like a dog whistle went off. But most of the time, we would be in the living room, again, playing Atari, or I'm trying to think of what Mom's hobby was. She had several things she do, but I just remember specifically, you could tell you're going to be out. You're going to be out. You just got to know it. I want to hear it. So this kind of weather brings back those memories. Sitting in the living room and got them drapes wide open. I want to see it coming down. And here we come. I can remember Reggie Neal, that name on XBQ. Wonder if he's still with them. But Reggie Neal come on, school closing. And seems like it would start out delayed. Washington County schools, Washington County, Tennessee. You'd always hear Washington County, Virginia right away. Washington County, Tennessee schools on a 2-hour delay. Then it seemed like later on into the night, finally, once it's dark, we'd hear close for tomorrow. Oh, it's like you won the lottery. You have nothing to do. You're just going to be lazy, watch Price is Right all day, and then lay around do nothing. But it's just the fact you didn't have to go. It was a little victory, a little gift. I'm sure y'all can tell where I'm at. It's not a scenic. I just wanted to document being happy on my way home. It started all day at work. I kept hearing about when the news would come on, local news, and they go right into the weather. Everything's all official, but it sounds exciting. It's like winter weather advisory, winter weather warning, then winter weather this and this and these areas. I ain't really listening to it as much as I'm just listening to the sounds of just when we was younger and we'd hear that. All you knew is get to the school closings. Now I'm 51 and I still get excited. I can go right back to playing Atari with Mom. Got the radio going. We had not the battery powered little boom box, but stereo in the living room. And I mean, that's just, there's not much else there. That's a wonderful memory. And other times, whenever it'd be a snow like this, and Mom wasn't there or in bed, I can remember I would get in her car and start it up. I just had to be outside in it. And you have in the driveway. I listened to WQT, and I'd be waiting to hear. I would just sit in the car and listen to the radio and watch the snow coming down. So I was either in the living room with Mom, sometimes Tim. And Wing Deer Park is just straight ahead. But we'd always, surely you all were the same way, on nights like this where you could tell the storm's coming, but they hadn't announced yet about school the next day, which today's Friday, but no school tomorrow, naturally. Does it bring back memories of you when you were little? School age, you have a radio with you? Did you carry around a Walkman, or did you have the radio on in your room or your living room or something, and just constantly, no matter what you're doing, cleaning or playing, whatever, you wanted to hear as soon as the school closings and what delays come on? Those are mine that I'll share. Is yeah, once I knew school was out, then I would get in Mom's car. I couldn't go to sleep. I'd get in Mom's car, burning up fuel, but I'd sit in it. She had a 77 Lincoln Mark IV. And just listen to the radio. I just wanted to hear, because I knew the radio, when the DJ came on, it was live, so I was kind of hearing what's the absolute latest. I'm seeing the snow. I'm warm. But that's a happy memory. Is everything we did in the living room or whatever you're doing, you kept a radio on somewhere. So as soon as I can remember, if you're not within range, Mom or Tim or somebody, it's coming on. I don't know if any of y'all remember. It was 4th grade, so I guess it's winter 78 going into 79. 4th grade at Boones Creek Elementary School. We only went 4 days in January. Because I remember every night Dad coming home and letting us know, you're out again tomorrow. You're out again tomorrow. I don't know what's so special about that winter. It'd be interesting to look that up. There's got to be something on the internet about that. I was in 4th grade, so it had to be either December 78, going in January, February 79. And yeah, we only went 4 days in the month of January. Okay, the precipitation is still there. Temperature still 34. I need to put air in my tires. I'm just taking a little bit of a longer way home just to be out in it. So you can imagine tonight, once it gets really cold, the moisture all freezing. Unless you're like me and you can park inside, there's going to be a lot of door handles and door locks. Things frozen. Windshield wipers frozen to the windshield. They'll get ripped up. Okay, forget that. Let's think of the more memories. Okay, snow like this. What if you're already out? For me, the big thing was, again, at that age, is now unlimited Atari. You're out of school. I'm sure y'all can see where we're at. I'm at what used to be the Sprint building, or used to be, remember Ma Bell, the phone company Bell? What was that? Then Sprint. Then the other thing, now it's whatever that is. But look at this weather. We have a snowy evening to drive home in. And as far as when I was older and my daughter was little, there are videos. I have videos on my YouTube channel of when we get a snow. I would get her out in the car and we'd go out in it. I wanted her to experience it too. And it's cute to watch her. She's not scared because she knew I wasn't scared. And we just drive around. I document it. It's interesting to see what businesses have changed and how the roads have widened, actually. Just like this is now 4-lane with a center lane, turn lane. How things have changed. So I got to turn my heater down. But I get my daughter out in it, and on my YouTube channel, you'll see quite a few. But when it's snowy like this, I want to enjoy it. It's exciting. So the drive home from work is just enjoy it. You can see where I'm at, Indian Trail School, coming up on Boones Creek. So yeah, some of the best memories when it was like this, when I was little, if we hadn't heard that school was out yet, it was just, no matter what we were doing in the house, you had the radio on somewhere. So as soon as the remember, without the internet, I mean, there's no way to know. You couldn't log in, you couldn't view anything, you couldn't call anything to know if you're out of school tomorrow until you on the radio to finally come out the school cancellations and closings. So, all right, there's Food City, Boones Creek. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's a little bit more interesting. Wonderful memories of a snowy evening when you can tell snow's on the way. I know many of you had been the same way, and you're just laying around. Maybe when you're little and you're just being lazy in your room, listening to the radio, waiting to hear if you're out. And then naturally, there's where Boones Creek Middle School was. Now we're coming up on Ingalls, Boones Creek. So once you knew he was out of school, that was the jackpot. There's Ingalls. So the moisture's there. The temperature's almost, according to mine, it's 34 degrees. So we need to get it down there. It needs to drop. Hopefully as the sun sets. Or even forget that, just the front moving through. Zach's Furniture. Just snowy enough. It's been exciting throughout the day to constantly hear on the radio the come in with the local news saying the winter weather advisory and here's what's coming, here's what's on the way. And it's, even though most of the schools letting out early, actually they said was because of the COVID virus stuff, which kind of didn't make sense. But snow, okay. So we've got the moisture, the temperature's almost there. There's so much stuff to be negative about and drain you that this is a positive. Driving home, it's snowy. Yeah, I can remember like 78, 79, 80, right in those years, going into middle school when be in the living room, me, Mom, and Tim, and if Dad was home. But we'd always have the stereo playing in the background. Just so, it's funny to think back then, you just had to wait until they announced it. There was no internet. You couldn't log in or get online. You just had to wait until, no matter what you're doing, you had to wait till finally the radio would come on. Here's the latest school closing, cancellations, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you froze. You stopped. It's like you've been hit with a taser. You just stop, and you want to hear. And now they repeat it more. But I remember back then, if you missed it, you got to wait. Who knows how long? You could call. I remember calling the radio station like a million others would, but it's wonderful memories. Weather like this, just waiting to hear. Then once you heard, what a relief. Even though you're not going to do anything, you're going to be lazy, stay around the house, you're a kid, but just to know you didn't have to get up and go to school. Getting closer to home. I'm eager to get home so I can check, see what kind of moisture. Is there more, or is it going to be this? It's just, I remember I think, at least for us, an inch or barely a little more, so won't be that big of a deal. But it should look great. It should just lay good without being so deep and causing a lot of trouble. I think that's going to be the better memory. This kind of weather, I just wanted to film it on the way home and remember today, this drive home. Snow coming in, and it's just just hitting here. Yeah, little during my school years, we didn't have, without the internet, we sat around the living room. No matter what we did, we had the radio going. So as soon as the DJ came on with the school closings and cancellation, you just stopped what you were doing. You froze. I wanted to hear Washington County, Tennessee schools will be closed, canceled, whatever they use. But it's funny, without the internet or any other way, you just had to sit in your room or sit in the living room. You had a radio nearby, so if your mom was there, she'd have it on WXBQ. If it was just me or Tim, we'd WQT. I'm sure y'all had the same memories when if you're my age, little as there's no other way to know if you're out of school until you heard it on the radio. You could try calling a radio station, but it never got through because there's 1,000 others trying to call. And if you wait till 11 o'clock news come on, but a lot of memories, good memories, when it was like this, waiting on the news that you're out of school, sitting in the living room, Mom and myself playing Atari. It was just a wonderful memory. Playing Atari with the drapes wide open so we could see the snow coming down. And as soon as it come on the radio about school closings and cancellation, you just froze. And feel like you won the lottery as soon as I heard Washington County, Tennessee schools will be closed. This is a great. And as I got older, it got into high school if we was out, and generally just enjoy going in the basement, working out. So everybody else has got to have some memories. Before the internet, when he was little, waiting around, hoping to hear if you're out of school or not. Coming up on Airport Road. For some reason, my hearing has gotten a little worse today. Hearing loss has gotten worse. I had the one earbud in my ear and I had the volume maxed out. I still couldn't quite hear it. I could hear the beat. I could tell what song was playing. Then I could just kind of play it in my head. That kind of gets me worried. So, if I should die, that's a country song. If I should die before I wake. Anyway, if I should die before I wake up in the morning, I will have this as a diary of my happy drive home. The one time in a long time I've been kind of happy. Little boy happy. And a 51-year-old man. Snowfall. In this area, we just don't get much of a nice snowfall. And with it on the way, and it's kind of started. Okay, we're coming up on my road. Turn left, Gray Station Road. Interview you old schoolmates. Well, remember, this was the route. Dairy Queen, Airport, the lake from Gray exit. Remember Sears Payment Systems up there. Then once they opened up the Bobby Hicks Highway. All right, well, let's wait till I get in the garage and I'll stop because I'm too excited. Everybody knows there's where I live. Tate Townhouses. Nope, nobody's ever heard of them. I'm in Unit 10 right here on the end with my blinds open. Happy at home, happy and excited because I have snowfall out my windshield. I want to record today because this is, or at least this drive home because it's happy. I'm happy. Seeing a little bit of snow. That's knowing it's on the way. Got snow and partial ice all over the car. And the view out the garage. When I look out, I see You can't make it out, but my little eyes. Look at the snow on the car. Oh, it's gonna be so cold in the morning. Let's go check the mail. Look at this. Man, I wish you could see it. Let me hold still. If you can see, it's coming down. It started, is on the way. Let me look at this area where there's some dark. I don't know if you can make it out. Oh, I love it. Look, snow on the car. It's been a cold drive home. Oh, the charm, excitement of this cold, snowy. It's on the way. Bring it on. Let's go check my mail. There's what a $6,000 heat pump looks like. It's 3 times as big as the neighbor's. Good grief. That was a hard check to write. But anyway, look at this snow. Man, I wish y'all could. I hope you can see the extra snowflakes in front of me. This is perfect. Hold still, see if you can see it. It's coming down. Whatever they called for is arriving. Let's check my mail. Then I want to have hot chocolate after dinner and just sit by my window. I mean, you don't want to look at me. You want to look at the snow coming down. Hard to do this one-handed. Trash. Hang on. We'll get back to the snow in a second. Wasn't expecting to have a bunch of junk now. Let's look that way so you can see it across this. Okay. Let me throw away that. Oh, yeah. This is going to be so hard frozen in the morning. Look at this, cold. It's coming down looking really good. There's my little place, the corner, the end unit. Okay. You all take it this evening. We don't have many snowy evenings. On purpose. Look out the window several times and remember when he was little, waiting to hear if you're out of school or not. And it's getting thicker. Let me zoom in. See out through there? I can't see past the trees. Normally I could, so that's letting you know it's on the way. Right there's a perfect shot. Look at that snow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go in, get lazy, clothes on, and take it in. Enjoy a snowy Friday evening. If I don't wake up in the morning because of whatever's wrong with my hearing and in my head, I did. It's documented in this video. Rob did enjoy a happy drive home with some snow that got him happy and excited. And there you go.